You're charging for just pushing this little button. And it's insane. It is insane how many people call themselves a photographer, a videographer, any kind of a filmmaker, and that's all that they're billing for is this damn little button right there. That's it. And so you know that you do more than that. I know that you do more than that, and you say you do more than that, but then your pricing does not match that. Let's discuss the things that you need to recalibrate as we go into the new year. And I'm just doing a lot of new year prepping and at the desk over there, etc. And I'm just thinking, gosh, they need a little bit of tough love right now. So here are the things that you do that you are not billing for. Did you know that a location scout can charge up to $1,800, $2,000 a day? And the location scouts, yes, I know that there's Gigster and there's Peerspace, but they still are out there and they're still looking for this hidden gems, and they have special exclusive contracts with certain people too. The location scout can make $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 a day depending on the budget, and you're out there, you are on other photographers and filmmakers Instagram, just creeping on them, just trying to see where they shot, and they're gatekeeping it. And you are on Google Maps, and you are on Google Street View, and you are taking the sketchy road home or to your friend's house because you want to discover somewhere new. All of that needs to be billed for. And your clients need to understand that it's not just like a poof, oh, here's a cool location. No, that stuff is in the arsenal inside your brain of, for this type of a client, I have been saving this one location. You need to get paid for that, but you're not getting paid for that. But you know who else you are? You are also the production assistant, and God bless them. The production assistants are the ones that carry the gear. They're the ones with the bruises and the nicks and the scrapes because they're carrying awful C-stands that are so ergonomically badly designed, and they're hitting their shins, and they're just running around, they're carrying everything. Don't you do that? No matter how high you are in your career or how beginner you are out there busting your butt, carrying things. But you're not billing for that. You're billing for this one button pusher, and that's all that you do. I'm a button pusher, so don't pay me that much. And justify saying, feel confident in saying with your whole chest, I got a cousin who's got a Rebel camera. The reason why they say all these things is because you don't bill for these things, and so they don't think that you do these things, but they all come so included in the line of work that you do. Another thing that you do is that you make the mood boards. So you're out there on Pinterest, you are out there on Google, which doesn't have the best searches, you're out there on your almost deactivated Tumblr account looking for images, you might even be on Midjourney, you're screen capturing other peers' work on Instagram, and you're collecting and you're putting them in little folders, and then you drag them to your desktop, and then all of a sudden they don't just magically appear in front of the client. You have to sit there and you have to make a mood board, and the mood board has to settle the mood for the entire shoot. That mood board has to sell you, has to sell the whole crew that wagons along with you, has to sell your concept, has to sell your budget, everything. That mood board was birthed by you, but I don't see you billing for that. But let's go to the next one. The irony of this next one kills me, okay? So you also hire the crew, you do the rentals, you worry about if there's any food and drinks, you worry about art department, you worry about everything, negotiating for people. And if you're not doing that, you will soon as your career expands. You're doing so much, but you're not billing for that. And here's the irony of the whole thing. You're budgeting for other people, other services, other gear, other rentals, but you're not budgeting for the budgeter. That be you. That is a job of a production manager. That is a job of a producer. Depends on the set. And you're not billing for that. You are billing for what? That's right, my friend. Pushing that damn little button right there. And your clients think that's all you do. And so when we have apps, when we have AI, when we have like little DJI cameras and iPhones, etc., they think, well, I could do this too. It's just, I'll just buy the $7 app instead of the $5 app. But you do so much more, but you're so quiet about it, trying to be a hero, trying to be humble, when instead you have to tell people what you do. I know what you contribute. That's why you're getting this video that I'm pseudo yelling. I'm not yelling at you. I am like diet yelling at you. It's almost like the real thing, but it's not. And you probably don't know how to charge. If I'm being honest, you don't know where you rank on the market. You don't know where you start and where you work up from. You don't know when you lower your rates and when you flip it on them and you go somewhere else. Because pricing is a psychology. And that's what people are doing. There's so many people saying, try this price method, try that price method. And they think that it's a one size fits all, but it's not. If you don't understand the psychology of pricing, you're going to fail. But people are the same. So the psychology of people are the same. Once you learn that psychology of pricing, whether you are a film photographer, whether you are a digital, you do weddings or you do food, you do celebrities or you do headshots and everything else in between. When you understand pricing, when you understand the psychology behind pricing, when you understand your value on the market, where to start from and where to work up from, it's game over for you. You have no idea how crazy things are about to get for you. Crazy in the best way. And so for that reason, my S.T.E.P pricing course is a game changer for you because it's the same method that I have used and I still use, and I keep upgrading and refining it and making it better. Those people in my S.T.E.P pricing course, by the way, S.T.E.P stands for Secret to Easy Photography and then Pricing. It is part of a S.T.E.P series, S.T.E.P to Success. Get into that if you can. It's linked below. And if you don't want to, that's all right. It's your life, but at least subscribe to this channel because I give a lot of game and I've been giving a lot of game for free over the years. But with the S.T.E.P pricing course, you get the cheat sheets, you get the worksheets, you get the email templates, you get anything and everything that you need to have success. Because the things that I've done in my career, no agent has gotten me that, no manager has gotten me that, no publicist has gotten me that. That's all by Walid, for Walid, negotiated by Walid, executed, produced by Walid. Because I know how to do this and that's what I'm teaching people. Now let's do another pillar. You hire the crew. Do you know what it's like to negotiate with makeup artists and hairstylists? And you're like, oh man, but this one referred me to a job and they're not a perfect stylistic fit for this. So do I hire them? Do I not? Do I block them on Instagram so they don't see when we post? I don't think I can afford them, but I think that they'd be so good. There's all these if, ands, and buts about it. You're negotiating that. You're negotiating who's on set, who's going to work together. You are negotiating the client. You're negotiating their pay, their contracts. You're bringing people in. You're hiring the studios. You might be getting a film permit or a photo permit. You're doing so much. You're dealing with the models, agents, and the talents agents, and all the post-production. Are you billing for that though? Are you billing for being the person that hires everybody? Because I bet you're not. You're probably billing for that little button click. Now the next part might sound a little bit harsh, a little bit rude, but I mean it with love. The things you choose not to change are decisions. You choose not to try a new way. You choose not to invest in yourself. You choose not to learn pricing. You choose not to value yourself on your invoices and your proposals. Those are decisions. You have decided to fail. You have decided to undercharge. You have decided to tell the market I ain't worth much. But they are. But you will find me on Threads. You will find me on Twitter complaining that the photography and the filming world is dying. No, not for everybody. Just for the people that don't know how to design their pricing, their business. If you have questions about those, by the way, put them in the comments. I got you. I read them. I respond to them. But you have a choice. The new year is your choice. The future is your choice. You're here because of past choices. So if you want success, then you have to act like someone that wants success. Just know your value. Your clients already know your value. They do. They just hope you never wake up and realize it. Because when you realize it, you're going to raise the price on them and then they have to pay more. But they come to you because they see how talented you are. I just want you to see yourself the way we see you. Okay? My name is Walid Azami, and my website is right there, walidazami.com.